everybody, welcome to Grace to Grow Garden. I'm Sherry, and today I'm going to do my May tour. I realize it's May 15th. We have had a lot of rain, and May 16th, I think it's May 16th. We've had a lot of rain, and it just has been terrible weather for this type of thing, and the rain's coming again very soon. So I thought I better let you be updated on what's going on. So over here on this side of the yard, there's my blackberry bushes. I think they're doing great. I can see a lot of new growth at the bottom on this guy. And then this is another blackberry bush. I think he's doing okay. I think it's time for me to fertilize these guys. But the best story of all is this first one over here. And he was looking really bad. And I treated him, and he's doing much better. This ground's looking really, it's not that dry down there, actually. The top always cracks because of the, it's just so windy here. So those are the blackberry bushes, and that's how they're doing. Come on over here. And I've also, since we've had a lot of rain, I was really stuck inside for a couple of days. So I ordered these wooden tags off of Amazon. There were 50 in a box. I can't remember exactly how much they were. But I painted them and wrote names on them, and then I put clear sealant over them. So while I'm giving you the tour, I thought it'd be a good time for me to stick them in the ground. So this is one of my rosemary plants. So I'm going to put this here. As I told you before, I like to keep my tags always in front so I know what it is. I think that's a zinnia coming up because I think I planted some over there. Let's see what else I have to label over here. I still have not gotten this guar in the ground. I feel terrible about it, but it's how it is. This is my Spanish lavender. This is an African daisy. I think I have one for that. Yeah, and I don't know. He hasn't seemed real happy, but it's been cool, and it's been cool and rainy, and I imagine an African daisy doesn't need quite as much water as he's been getting. Like I said, I need to put the guar in the ground, which I will. And then this is my Spanish lavender, and after I brought it home, it was just really unhappy. I lost the middle of it, and now this over here is coming off. So if any of you know why, please let me know. Again, there's been a lot of rain, so with a Mediterranean plant, I think it might be a little too much rain for it. My canna lilies have spread more this year. They're all over in here. So I think I'm going to put this right here and not let them come down any further. So they're labeled. And this is my Mandevilla vine. He's labeled already. But he's getting some flowers on him finally. He really has gone through transplant shock. And he's looking a lot better. I don't know why they're he's or she's. I don't know. It just comes out of my mouth. These are peas that I planted late, but I'm hoping this one had a grip around this mushroom, and so it could start going up. These are awfully big, so I might have to do some strings to get these going. I'm hoping before it gets hot, since it's staying cool so long in Texas, that maybe I can get some peas for snacks out in the garden. Let's see. Now, these are calendula, and they're labeled right here. These are all the two purple ones. It's funny because in Texas they're labeled butterfly bushes, but they're sage. And I'm from the north in Cincinnati, Ohio, where butterfly bushes were different. That's looking though a little more like the butterfly bushes from the north, but I mean they get really tall, so I'm hoping that happens over time. I know I planted, and look at this cool white sage. The flowers are white on it, and I hope they stay that way. But I know I planted zinnias back here. So I'm going to stick this one here, and we'll see what comes up back there. Hopefully they'll come up. Someone sent me some seeds. They were a little old, but if you put plenty down, usually you'll get some germination, so we'll see what happens. This back here all over, and that's over there too. And this right here, these are called obedient plant. And if you don't know what they look like, oh, beautiful. So I'm just going to put this here, and I can't wait to show you. That big clump is just regular American daisies. So I'm really looking forward when they come out. Daisies just make me so happy. And the taller one right there is a Rose of Sharon. And I guess I'll be separating obedient plant next year for sure. I had a couple from a friend and they have really just taken off. So, all right. Now, I have some more over here. This plant is a citronella plant. And I have a lot. So I'm going to put that in there. I show people around, they know what it is. And you know, citronella is great for when you're outside and you don't want mosquito bites, especially, you know how it is after 6 o'clock. You pull off a leaf and you can rub your hands on it and then rub it all over you, or some people take the leaf and rub it all over them, and it really works against the mosquitoes. Now this is my red clover. This is a medicinal herb that I'm growing for health reasons, and it's doing okay. It's not doing great, but hopefully it'll take off. I started them from seeds. It's just been so cold. This has been doing great, taking off. I had started some in the house over the winter and planted, you know, a little plant here and here and here, and this one really is just happy. So I'm happy about that. So that's my one of my oregano plants, and that's a basil plant. This is a mix of a whole lot of herbs. I was testing out these containers from the Dollar Tree. Each of those containers were only $1. The growth has not been good in them at all, so I'll probably have to pull those all out and move them somewhere else. But I'm less than 3 weeks from that back surgery, so I'm going easy on myself because I know I'm not going to get as far as I would like to. This beauty right here is, I noticed a new series this year called Hollywood at the stores. And this one is a bright yellow, and she's called Leading Lady. Love it. So I'm going to put her name in there. And we're going to move on over here to the, I just bought a couple things. Let's see. Let me make sure I get the right thing here. No. This. Yes, this is orange mint. I'm so excited. It will grow. Oh, it smells so good. It will grow in a larger container to keep it, you know, enclosed because, you know, mint will take over. If you could shoot over there, babe. That above ground bed over there, that's all sweet mint and spearmint, which are actually the same thing, sweet mint and spearmint. But I did plant spearmint on one side and sweet mint on the other, and I kept thinking, wow, they smell exactly the same. And then I saw somewhere that they are the same thing, which is too funny. So that's that. All right, let me look over here. I have some over here. Okay, let's go to, this is my tomato, I call the tomato garden. And I think I've mentioned this before, but tomatoes really like being planted in the same place every year. Most things don't, and you do that rotation, but tomatoes are the exception to the rule. So this is always a tomato garden. It's perfect because it doesn't get all day sun, it just gets morning sun. And I let my tomatoes grow slow, and they produce really well for me because it's so much cooler over here. The weather here, you know, gets very, very hot. So there's lots of basils over here. I have purple basils back under that, and here's a green basil, so I'll stick him here. And these are, I put seeds in after this plant that I started, and there's baby basils coming up. So that's something else you always want to do is, if it's something you use a lot of, and we use a lot of basil, you want to, you know, this basil plant isn't going to last forever. Or I could forget to keep pinching it off, especially after I have surgery, and then it'll go to seed, and then I won't have any more. So you want to go ahead and plant extra, so that you have a continuous crop. And then once I can bend down after surgery, I'll get some more seeds started. Or maybe I'll have my mom do it when she's here. I think I'll be all right. Okay, chives. I have chives growing around both sides of this stone. So I'll put that one there. And you can see there's lettuces in the front. And let's see, oh, the bee balm. If you stay right there, babe, I'm going to go around this side. My husband's my cameraman, so bee balm is back here, getting a lot of shade. This is really happy. These are not as happy, so I'm thinking about moving that just to check it out into the herbal garden, which I'll show you when we get there, and letting some grow in the sun and see what does better. This is a false shamrock, and so I'm gonna probably, because people probably see it a lot from the porch, I'll put that there. And then this is lemon balm, and I guess I'll let it go towards that front there. And then we have, let's see, oh, and here's a shamrock. Now this is a real shamrock plant, so that's the difference. And look, here's some little holes. I don't know if you can see them from there, but there are definitely some slugs around here. So big holes. So I will take care of them. I'm going to do a beer bait trap. And luckily some of our friends have left. I think we have 2 beers in our outside refrigerator, and that's more than I'll need. So I'm going to take care of them with that. And then I'm going to come back around. And I have some things I haven't put in the ground yet. I've got 4 containers back there with bee balm in them, and I'll probably put them out in the sun too. This is for green onions. And I don't know if you remember from an earlier video, but I told you I planted them all around the front, and these are all the green onions, all these little guys. So I think I'll put this tag right here with these. And these are radishes. I don't have a tag for them. Those are radishes. Around this tomato are radishes, and these are all my favorite radish called Roxanne. I get the seeds from Baker Creek. They're delicious. These are all radishes, and you can see there's some little worms or slugs around here putting holes in, so we're going to take care of that. Those are radishes, so I have lots of my favorite radishes growing. I'm so excited. And of course, here's my calendula. It's hard to say it, I think. I think it's funny. And this is a beefsteak heirloom tomato, so I'm just going to put that here. All right, now over here I have peppers and tomatoes here. These guys get a little more sun during the day than over there, but it's kind of the best I can do, because if you look out, if you pan out, and my yard's back behind the fence too, it's just full sun in this yard, so it's hard to find places that are really good for tomatoes here. But this tomato is a grape tomato plant, so I'll put that there. And these are, well, it's still real sticky. Might as well see if anybody else gets on there. And I also, if you remember, planted basil in here. There's some more of my favorite radishes. Who else is coming up in here? Take this off while I'm here. Radish. Oh, these are lettuces. They need to separate it, and this is garlic. So, this one right here is already labeled. I am so shocked at how good it did. This plant was about this big. I mean, not even hardly 2 inches. It had been attacked by aphids. It was just, I had started them in the house over the winter. Just was horrible. And I thought, you know what? I'm just going to take one of these and try to grow it. And look at it now. Never give up. If it's still alive, put it in there. And this is an antique Roman, so it's a paste tomato. And this one is a celebrity tomato. These are supposed to grow really good in Texas, where it's hot. And so I am excited to see what happens, because I've never grown it before. And it is a celebrity, which I'm not seeing my celebrity thing right now, which is fine. Okay, this one is a hot cayenne. So I'll put that tag there. There's some that I just don't know, because I started them and they were just, you know, like I said, dying and terrible. And I treated them for the aphids, and they're doing okay. So I'm amazed, but I did lose some of the tags. I think this is one that I don't know. I'm going to get these all grouped together like at the end or something so that they are together. Look at who wants to, oh, look at this stuck to my foot. Oh, these things are disgusting. But they work. This one is, I think, the Mammoth. Yeah, this is a Mammoth jalapeno. It's not a regular jalapeno, but a Mammoth one. I can't wait. Oh, here's a celebrity. This was a celebrity. So I'm going to put this in here. Where is my Mammoth? Come on, Sherry. It's got to be this one. Yeah, and it is the last one. Okay, so this is the Mammoth jalapeno. Am I right, babe? Is that what I said? Thank you. You can talk. It's okay. All right, now, I don't know what that one is. These, I'm pretty sure, are cayenne. I'm going to go with it. Put my cayenne in there. And it's just fun to, I think these little color pops are fun. And these, I think, are cayenne. Yep. So, my husband loves cayenne, and I'm going to use cayenne to medicinally make a pain rub. And so, I need lots of cayenne, so I planted lots of cayenne. This guy, I started from seed, and it's a California Wonder Pepper. I've never grown these either, and I heard they are absolutely delicious, so I'm excited about that. These are jalapenos that I started from seed, just regular jalapenos. So I'm going to put it this way, I guess, because we come this way to water. And then these I started from seed, and they're more cayenne. I'll come through and pull all that stuff out later, but in the meantime, these shouldn't fade. Oh, do we actually know what this is? Oh, another California Wonder. And this one is marked, it's a Phoenix. So, you know, because its name is Phoenix, like Arizona, we know that's hot. These are supposed to do well here. So that's why I started the seeds for Phoenix. And I'm excited to see what happens. And this is another celebrity. And I don't think I have this one I started from seed. And I don't think I have a tag for that. But we come around here, these are, I sold so many indeterminate cherry tomato plants at a yard sale this weekend at my friend's house. I'm so excited. They're all getting planted. They were so rooted together and everything. I don't know if you've seen what was all here, but that's why I have that empty space, which is great because I've started more tomatoes that I can put here. Very happy. And some peppers. So the only other thing I have to put over here, let's see, must be, oh, he's got a tag on him. Go, Sherry. Oh, this is a St. Pierre. And people in my Facebook group for gardening in North Texas said that they do good here, so I'm excited about that. This is an unknown. And this is an unknown. And you can see I planted radishes in there and garlic to help, and lettuce to help with the bugs. Let's see. This, I think, is an unknown. This is a cherry tomato. So I'll put this here, which is what the other tomatoes in my tomato garden, those are all cherry tomatoes, which are indeterminate, and they'll grow as tall as you can give them support for. So he's going to need something more. And my husband knows that if we don't get it on there soon, it's going to be hard work when we have to put it on there. So we need to either get the stuff to build more of these. I'm not sure. What we're going to do. Whatever he will help me with. Okay, we got some bugs over here. So I'm very clear on the fact that I need some treatment over here. Oh, look at this. Can you see this? This radish is looking like, shoot, I think I'm going to pull him. Oh, it's my Roxanne radish. Oh, I love these. I love these. I've got to try it. Don't be grossed out, honey. I eat stuff with dirt on it. Oh, that's so good. Nothing like the ones at the store. So good. Okay, so I think we're pretty good over here. These buckets, sorry, it's so good. These buckets have different tomatoes and peppers that I'd wanted to grow. And I thought, I didn't think like even the antique Roman was going to grow. So I started some more, and I have them marked in here. And then I have chervil too over there because I'm going to plant it over in the garden we're going to in a second. I started so much of it, and it just didn't do well out here. The aphids got it. Oh, terrible. So if you see out here where the buckets are, that's where we're headed. So over here is my crookneck squash. I'll put that in there. When I started painting yellow, I thought, what? I'd done several in yellow, and then I was like, aphids are attracted to yellow. That's probably not a good idea. So I quit doing the yellow, but I do have some yellow. So that's my crookneck squash. The garlic's looking like, because sometime in June is when I think I'll get to harvest the garlics. There's a bunch over here, and you can see they're starting to get some brown on them. So I'm pretty excited. I'm hoping I'm going to get some garlic this year, and it's the first time I've done it, so I'm always trying something new. And if I can start getting enough garlic to last us, because we use a ton of garlic through winter, I know this won't be enough probably, but I'll learn to gauge how much I need and that type of thing. And I read and did all my research of how to amend the soil and everything, so I did. So hopefully it'll work out. These are different kind of radishes that are just kind of came up and were thrown in there. This is a zucchini plant. I do have a tag for him. So I didn't want to overwater stuff because the rain's coming. Over here, there's 3 vitex trees. If you don't live in Texas, you might not know what they are. They're also referred to as Texas lilac. You can prune them into a bush or into like, I don't know if you know what a crepe myrtle looks like, but more like that. And then, keep like a trunk and then have the tree part come up. So not sure what we're going to do, but I'm planning on putting it over here down the privacy edge to create some privacy from the road a few acres away. So over here, this is plantain. It's nothing like the bananas. That's another medicinal herb that I'm very excited about having. And I actually have some marshmallow coming up over here, which is also awesome. See this little tiny? That's supposed to be marshmallow, or something else could have gotten in there. This is really cold because this is called ashwagandha, and it's a really good medicinal herb. And I think since it's gotten warmer, it's finally coming up, because I put all these seeds out here like early spring, and nothing was happening. But with a lot of their names, I could tell they were from a warmer climate, so I wasn't worried about it. The only thing I know could be is also that the birds have been around on these buckets. It could be something else, but I'm hoping that I'm getting some of these. This is hyssop, and I got nice little babies all in here. And this one I'm super excited about. This is Moldovan dragon head balm. So many medicinal properties. I had put a lot of seeds in here, and I got one out of it, so I'll take what I can get. Over here are some more trees. Some are growing, some are not, and a lot of weeds, as you can see, coming through. Now this is quite upsetting over here. This is cucumbers, and what's so sad about it is there were 5 cucumbers. You see this nice dent right here? That's from a bunny butt. So the bunny came and sat here, ate 2 plants. I pulled those out, and you can see these 2 are not happy. I don't know. I can see the bunny's been eating on this one. So we're going to have to get this container, which is a material bag, kind of in the middle, and get some other pots around it and see if we can keep the bunny, or I should say bunnies, because we see at least 5 out here at a time. Since we don't have dogs anymore, the bunnies aren't moving on like they used to. So that's just that. Um, this, I'm not exact. I think this is thyme from how it looks. Not exactly sure. This is my spinach, and it's called Giant Noble is the variety. And I'm letting it go to seed so I can get the seeds because, wow, if you're growing spinach, Giant Noble is a great variety to grow. It grew well. I grew it inside over the winter and brought it out and just, look at how, this is one seed here. And, well, it could have been more than one. That looks like it. No, I don't know. But it was, just a couple seeds at the most. They might have scattered a little bit, but my intention was one at the time. So we'll see what happens with my cucumber. That is all very sad. All right, let's go over to the new, over here along this fence is the new garden we're making. We're not done yet, and we have less than 3 weeks to get it done. But and it's going to rain the whole time, at least the next 10 days in the forecast. This is the new Ivy Breeze Ike Tyson Memorial Medicinal Garden. Now, I have stuff in there, flowers and stuff to keep it pretty, not just herbs in it. But it's just super cool. I'm so excited. So let's go look. Okay, so we're over here in the medicinal garden now. And a friend of mine dug out of her yard. It was a very hot day. Passion vine. And you get those passion fruits, or people call them dragon fruit, I think. What I hear, I don't know. I've been hearing conflicting information about that. If you know, give me a message on that. And over here I put 3. You can see they're like questionable over there to go up over this trellis. Over here, I think I put like 5 of them. They're doing a little bit better. One's doing really great. You see the big strong one over there. But these are passion vine, and put my name tag in it. Now this right here behind me, this is dill. So I started these from seed inside the house this winter. And you see we have some of our stones down. We have to go get more. This over here is going to be a sage patch. I'm going to put that right there in front of them. This, I had some ginger. I dehydrate ginger all the time and drink it in my tea and my coffee for its medicinal benefits. And I had some in the refrigerator. They were kind of a little bit old looking and that I had forgotten about. And so I planted them. So I'm hoping that the ginger comes up. So they've only been planted for a week. So hopefully I get a ginger patch here and get some ginger so I don't have to buy it. And these, I started these in the house and I haven't gotten to put them in the ground yet, but they'll be in the ground very soon. This is called Spilanthes, and it's a toothache plant. So what you do with that is when it grows and you get the big flowers on them, they're kind of, they're like the flower heads are like this on them. You chew on it wherever you have a toothache at, and it makes your toothache go away. So I'm just going to put that in that pot so I have it when I do plant them. And these over here are epazote, and epazote is an ingredient that a lot of Hispanic people put in bean dishes because it cuts down on flatulence. You know what I'm saying. So I think that's awesome. And it also has a lot of medicinal benefits that I'm using it for. This is oregano. This place should be full of oregano. I actually had a, right down here, that was a hydrangea. And it's really not the right place for a hydrangea because it's too sunny here. And it wasn't doing very well. And I just decided just to let it go. It was getting smaller instead of bigger. Because it's really not the right place. And I really don't have a good spot to plant it. So I thought I'd give it a try over here. But it gets, in the morning because of the fence, it misses some morning sun, but that's the sun you want, right? But it is open to the west sun. So it just didn't work out, and I'm fine with that. Now, make sure I'm not stepping on any seeds. Okay, and here I planted a bunch of mixed coneflower seeds. So somebody had sent them to me in a swap, and hopefully that'll all work out. But haven't seen anything yet, but they do take a while to come up. So I'm gonna put the tag in there. Uh-oh. Pick this guy up. All right. And then we come down the path, which I'm loving the path. I did not mark what I put there, and I think those are poppies, because I did put poppies somewhere, so that's what I'm thinking. This I started in the house, and this is a safflower. And so I put some more seeds along here, and oh, wait a minute, what's going on down here? This wasn't like this yesterday. Oh, yeah, no. I have safflowers going over here. Not actually sure. They could be safflower, but I didn't put a bunch of seeds in one place. I kind of spaced them all along there down to the other one. So that is really interesting. Right behind here, I planted a mammoth sunflower. I know they take a while to come up too, but I know that's what that is. So we'll see what happens. If you look in between the rocks, let me see, right here, in between some of the rocks, this is alyssum, white alyssum, and I did it on the other side too. So some of that's coming up. Look at the entrance to the garden. Look at this cute gate. Isn't that darling? Has a little lock thing that you close it with. So when I get another load of these stones, I'm going to go pick them up this week. I'm going to put a couple of stones out there too. Okay, let's see what else we have over here. See all these little happy guys coming up? Those are like orange and yellow cosmos. And I do love cosmos, so I'll put that there. I am not sure what that nice sized guy there is. So it doesn't look like a weed to me. So this right here, these are all St. John's wort. I started those all in the house. So I have a tag for those I remember making. Let me go back and take out my little silly tags. And then you have to come out into the ground there, babe. This is a patch of chamomile. Now, you know chamomile has so many medicinal benefits. Great to drink in the evenings as a tea. And it does, it's good for anxiety, calms your nervous system. So I'm very excited about that. If you see this cone spiral looking thing, right behind there was a mammoth sunflower coming up. And then one day, it was just gone. I call that the bunnies. So I do love the bunnies, but it's getting a little, I'm not sure what's going to happen here. So all along here, I had started some snapdragons in the house. You can see they didn't do well. I just planted them the other night. I think the bunny's been trampling over some of them there. And but I have plenty of seed. So all along here, I have to raise the dirt a little bit more, is going to be snapdragons along the edge. Which snapdragons are just the happiest flower. I just love them. So put that there. These are just garbage that I left there. This is thyme right here. And there was more, so I don't know if the bunnies like it or not. I'm going to really have to see. Until this is the first year I've been without dogs in my yard. I had good sized dogs. My female died 2 years ago. My boy less than a year ago. And so the rabbits now are realizing there's no dogs around and they're taking over. I do have some of my boy who died last, I do have some of his hair and my hair in a bag, so I'm going to be sticking that in the ground all around soon, because the rabbits are scared of predator hair or predator urine. So I'm going to try that. This right here, I don't want to stand, I'm going to have to do this. This is hyacinth bean vine. My mom gave me these from her plant, seeds from her plant, and it's going to be beautiful. It'll go all over this trellis. It'll be gorgeous. Now I'm going to have to step in here because they haven't germinated yet, but I planted here Kentucky pole beans. So I'm sure they'll be coming up. And then I planted basil just around right in here, keeping it kind of over and against, because we haven't put the rocks and the stones in yet. I'm not sure what it'll be. But back in that corner, I do believe I have a mammoth sunflower that the rabbits have not gotten yet. So I'm hopeful about that. Now, right back here, this is, I do believe, the hummingbird mix. That's someone that I got in a trade. I think this is it right here. I'm going to put this here and we'll find out. It looks kind of like basil, but then, no, not really like basil. Kind of. And then I have a couple calendula markers. So I planted, I'm sure that's calendula right there. I planted it along, like, you see some more here. Yep, there you go. There they're coming. Along here. And then the same place over on this side. And I can clearly see they're coming up. So there's some more coming up right here. So that's exciting. Putting the tags in was so fun with you guys. These right here are going to be sugar baby watermelons. So we will get those in this week. And then out past the fence, you see my humps out there. That's going to be my watermelon bed. And tonight our plan is to put down the material that keeps the weeds from coming up, because weeds are getting in there. And over towards the neighbor's fence over there, I have 3 blueberry bushes that I bought. And of course they're just little tiny things. You've probably seen them on here. But they were not looking good because our soil is more alkaline and they like acidic soil. So I went out there with coffee, not coffee that's already been used, but fresh coffee. And I fed them coffee to make it more acidic. I don't know. Kind of feeling like they're not going to make it. I'm always hopeful. But you can see I try things. I don't cry if I lose something. Okay, I cry sometimes. But I just try really hard. You know, there's always next year. There's always another seed. And just try to roll with it. The most important thing is to grow some food for us. So, and with what I have going right now, I already feel successful. So you can do this too. And I just hope you're growing something. If you're not, grab a pack of seeds and start with one thing. And I hope you've enjoyed this tour. I'll see you a couple more times, hopefully, before I have my surgery. And I hope this day has found you blessed. If you like what I'm doing, please hit the thumbs up and like my channel. Hit the subscribe button. And I really appreciate all of you. You guys have a great night, great day, wherever you are watching this right now. Bye-bye.